Hi, this is the last video in the series, Living Off Investments, number 10. In this video, I want to share with you some solutions, as I promised I would, to help you if you are not anywhere near being able to live off your investments, or if you're kind of close and you want to get closer. Now, hey, I'm Camille Gaines, I forgot to tell you, and I write about investing. I don't manage wealth for others. I'm not trying to sell you investment advisory services. I like investing. I started investing in my early 20s. It interests me. It's my hobby, passion. It's probably not really a hobby because it's real money, but it is my passion, my interest, and I write about it at retirecertain.com. So in this video, I want to share with you some things to do if you're not happy with the results that you found from the Living Off Investments guide. If you don't have the guide, you can get it at retirecertain.com/GAAP. I'll put the link below, GAAP, G-A-P, and it takes you step by step, seeing how close you are to being able to live off your investments. This is different from retirement withdrawals. See video number 1 where I explain all of that. So in this video, I want to just give you a few ideas for how you can change things if you're not happy with what you saw in there. So the very first thing I want to mention is start saving more money. Now, I don't talk a whole lot about saving money because I think it's really important to spend consciously. And if you're watching these videos, you probably already know that, and you're probably already doing what you can. And the upside of some other things you can do are just so much bigger than cutting out lattes, and I won't even go into it. It kind of bugs me that that's even a suggestion. But anyway, here we go. So the very first thing is more conscious spending. And that may be, downsizing. Downsizing is not a bad strategy at all for when you get older, your kids leave the house, maybe you don't need all that space that you needed before, you don't want to take care of it or whatever. I've written about that, and I've also done a video on that you can check out. But that is possibility number 2, and it's not necessarily about downsizing is not necessarily about just cutting expenses. It's about kind of a lifestyle change with less clutter, I think. So number 1, cutting those expenses. The next solution is to implement wealth building strategies. Now, I know that seems kind of vague and like duh, but seriously, people think, well, I'm going to invest in stocks and, I've got to do this long-term buy and hold. And, there are other ways you can build wealth besides investing in stocks. There are ways that you can buy in lower valuation stocks or when stocks are cheap so that you can capitalize on bull markets. There are more tactical approaches that you can use. And there are also alternative strategies like buying real estate when it's inexpensive, along with a multitude of other assets besides just the stock market. So wealth building strategies, it's really about thinking outside the box is what that third suggestion is. It's about thinking outside the box. And I've written a lot about this at retirecertain.com, and that's sort of what led us, my husband and I, to this journey of creating, alternative investment income streams back, when all this was going on. And I've got another video, 2 videos actually on this, if you're wondering what's going on back here. And that leads me to the next suggestion, and that is simply being aware of market cycles. I can't ever say anything about investing without saying how important it is to be aware of valuations based on history, based on market data, based on research. It's not that complicated. And when we know the data and we know the facts, we can invest with that instead of our emotions. If we don't know it, our emotions take over. So, education reduces risk, knowledge reduces risk. So always have an awareness of the market cycles when you invest in anything. And that will also help you with suggestion number 3, build wealth. And then the last suggestion is simply to increase income. Increasing income is so much more powerful than cutting out lattes, right? It's more abundant. It helps you grow as a person when you develop your skills and you create new income streams. It's very impactful. And we started this 15 years ago, and it's been a wonderful adventure. You can do whatever works for you. Some people just want to get better at investing in stocks around cycles, or other people want to have real estate and rentals. Other people want to start online businesses. Even just a small consulting business that you do locally can have a significant impact on your on your wealth building, on your ability to get where you want so you can live off your investments. And I consider all of these things investments. I consider, your own little consulting business an investment. It's an investment of your time, a little bit of money. It's really cheap to start a consulting business. That last step is so powerful. And again, I've written a lot about this. I get very excited. I'm very passionate about all of this. I appreciate your watching. Those are the 5 things. If you're not happy with your living off investments, results that you did from the challenge we did in September, take a look at these alternatives, see what works for you. Everybody has to figure out what works for them. I appreciate you watching the video. If you like this information, be sure to let me know by clicking the like or thumbs up below in the corner, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my other videos. Thanks for watching.